What is up, everybody? I am George Mossey. Say hello to my co-host, Cherona. So this is the George Mossey Show TLC Weekly Roundup. We're talking 1,000-pound best friends, 1,000-pound sisters. First, 1,000-pound best friends, season 2, episode number 7. So we watched Chris take the girls out to a little meeting where she talked about goals. And this conversation struck really hard with Tina because Tina felt like she's been putting herself last and she's letting fear take over. Because if you remember, she's terrified to get weight loss surgery. She's met the goal, she's doing what she needs to do, but she's just scared because I have the same fear. Like the surgery having complications, or you die on the table, or you don't wake up from anesthesia. These are normal fears, but she's letting them stand in the way of her goals. And she was like, you know what? This conversation hit me hard. She jumped in the pool, took off her clothes, jumped in the pool, and she's like, I am shedding the fear. And the fear symbolically was her clothes. So I'm really happy for Tina. And she's starting to put herself first. She's going to really, really love the person she becomes when she starts being selfish. I tell people this all the time. When you want to love yourself more, you have to love yourself first and you have to be selfish. And it's really hard because when you're a mom, you're a wife, you have people that depend on you, putting yourself first kind of seems impossible. So I think that their time at the Fit Farm really paid off. The fitness farm, fit farm, whatever they want to call it. I know that it was crazy and they were like, oh my God, this is insanity. But they did a weigh in and they did a weigh out. And all of the girls lost between 7 and 5 pounds. Congratulations. I didn't know this was possible in 3 days. So I am just like, floored by how much they did, and it kind of makes me want to go there because I was like, well, what if I spent like a whole week or two? Like I could lose like 20 pounds. Like that sounds like something I want to try, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. We should definitely go because it's almost hot girl summer. We got to do it. Okay, so I'm really proud of Tina and Ashley, cuz they went to the Fit Farm and then they had their weigh-in with Dr. Proctor and he was just so excited and then he approved both of them for their surgeries. And that's just so amazing because I know Ashley was really worried that she wasn't going to make it. So for her to succeed her goal and then even drop more, all of them.
Yeah.
You go, girls. They are so inspiring. I'm so proud for all of them.
And I love the fact that they're doing a 5K, which is
Yeah.
super intense and crazy. I've never done one. I kind of want to do one. I wish I could have did this one with them. It would have been more fun. But they're going to do it. We're going to see that next week. And I want to touch on this Ashley and Vanessa going out to the bar to meet men, and Vanessa approaching some guys that had girlfriends. And this could have ended very badly. You know, bar fights do happen, especially when you're hitting on a woman's man. But it didn't go so bad. So Vanessa ended up on the mechanical bull, and Ashley ended up finding a flyer for Santana Manhattan's confidence class, which was amazing, by the way. I want to attend this class. Santana had it definitely down set. She had all of these pillars and bullet points of how you can become more confident in yourself. Take it with you, apply it to your life, and anytime you need it to build yourself back up. And I really, really love that. And I feel like the girls definitely took it to heart. And the actual alter ego, renaming yourself, I think everybody needs to do that. You need to have that inner person inside of you that you pull out when you're ready to be confident and be more assertive. You want to do more. You want to put yourself out there. You need to have that alter ego. I think that makes it easier. So I feel like that was an amazing class that Santana Manhattan was teaching. So if anyone is ever in ATL and you want to go to that class, go and then invite us because we want to go too.
Yeah, we definitely do. No, I thought that was so awesome. They all were so fierce, And I feel like you never feel more empowered than after you go to a drag show. Because I feel like when you're there, they're always coming up to you and they're like, dang girl, you're so snatched, you're so this. You just feel so good. No matter what, when you go to it, anything about that, you feel great. And look at them. They're all so confident. And I'm so proud of Vanessa, regardless that those guys had girlfriends. She just went in. She took the bull by the horns. Then she literally did that too.
Yeah, I love how she is coming out of her skin. And apparently she's always liked to get naked regardless of her size, but she is definitely coming out of her skin. She is happy. She is confident. And she was like, we're going to find Ashley a baby daddy tonight. She was ready. And I love that confidence. And we loved that when we saw her on Too Large. So we knew that personality was in there. And I just love this class that they took. And I want to reiterate what you said. When you go to a drag show, the energy and the vibes in those shows shows is so positive. If you've never been to a drag show, I'm going to need everybody to go, because if you want to go somewhere and you want to feel good about yourself and you want to feel happy and feel the vibes of happiness and acceptance and confidence, that is where you need to go. If you're not understanding that, go to a drag show and let these women show you what it really means to freaking love yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love drag shows. So yeah, definitely go, everyone, and bring us. We love
Yeah,
them.
bring us. I want to go too. Bring us too. Okay, so I want to talk about 1,000 Pound Sisters, season 4, episode 5. So while planning a vegetable garden, Amy told us that Chris looks like her grandfather. And then she went on to tell us that her uncle poisoned her grandfather with antifreeze and killed him. And then there's a book about it called Murder in the Heartland, Volume 2. And I Googled it and I have verified this information. This has really happened. And she just nonchalantly told the story like it wasn't that big of a deal. Good God. Like, I'm like astonished that this happened. And she was just like, oh, yeah, that happened, haha, whatever. Like, Amy, are you serious? And I Google it and I'm like, oh, good Lord, this literally took place.
I could not believe that either. I was like, is she lying? Like, I had to Google it too. And I was like, what? Like, this really, what? I don't know. That was crazy. But the way that she talked, because I mean, I guess in their family, they probably just talk about it like it's nothing, I guess. But I mean, that's kind of a lot. I mean, Amy, you just hit us with something real hard and you just gave us nothing, but
Right. I assumed she was joking because I was like, Amy, that's not even funny. Don't say that. And then I grabbed my phone and I'm like, oh, that's a real thing, guys. Get that book and read it. That's a real thing. That really happened. Okay, so Tammy has been in rehab for 8 months and she has made her goal. Not only can she can walk 200 steps. She is on stairs. Now, do you remember last season when they tried to go on that family vacation to the cabin and there was like 5 steps and Tammy was like, there ain't no way I'm going up those stairs. Take me back home. And she literally went back home.
Yes.
Tammy is on stairs. I am so proud of her. She's underneath her goal. On a phone call with Dr. Smith, she actually made him speechless because he said that she was so far away from the goal that she has met. He is literally speechless and astonished by all that she's done. And I'm glad that she's proud of it because she's like, I did that. I did that. And you did, Tammy, because that place that you're in, that rehab facility, they would have served you anything you asked for. So I am so happy for you. You stood up, you took this bull by the horns, so to speak, and you were like, I'm taking over my life. And now she is approved. The initial approval is there. Now she just has to get approval from the rest of the doctors. But the only thing I'm worried about is the therapist, right? The therapist is important to get the approval. And we know how Tammy feels about therapists, and that signature from that therapist who she has hung up on several times is needed for her surgery. And the last thing I want is for that one tiny little thing to get in the way of her getting the surgery because she has worked so hard. She started at over 700 pounds. Okay. She's at 532. She has done this on her own. And I really want her to go forward and succeed and get this surgery. It's so important.
Yes, it is. And I am, like you said, I'm so scared because she is so close. We need her to just talk to the therapist. Just, I mean, it can be very difficult for people, but like, Tammy, girl, you're almost there. You're about to lose weight. You're about to get your surgery and lose all the weight. And like, now she can be doing what she wants. She wants to be normal. She wants to go shopping. She wants to hang out with her family. Like, you're about to have that. It's literally at her fingertips. We just need her to do it.
Just pretend like the therapist is somebody that is going to give you $1 million and you just have to tolerate them for 45 minutes. Just pretend. I want you to do this, even if you can't stand her. Just give her 45 minutes, just if you can do that. All right, so I want to talk about smoked gator. So I was not aware that people ate alligator. Were you aware of this? Maybe I live under some sort of rock, okay? And I was raised in Louisiana. So did you know this?
I actually did because when I went to Florida a few years ago to visit my aunt, my cousin, she was like, we have to get gator. And I was like, you are crazy. One of my favorite animals in the world, fun fact, is alligators. I love them. I think they're so cool. They're just really cool. I don't know.
They're terrifying.
I mean, the baby ones are so cute. I had to get like the little gator head to bring home. They're adorable. I love them. But yeah, we ate gator and it was like, I only took one piece because it like kind of freaked me out because that's like my favorite animal. That'd be like someone eating like a dog if that's their favorite animal. So it's kind of weird. But it's on all of the menus in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, like
That's funny because I'm about to move to Florida. So am I gonna be eating gator soon? Does it
yes,
taste like
tastes
chicken?
like
He
chicken.
said so it does. Okay, so
Yes.
it does taste like chicken because that's what I was wondering. Because I was like, if it tastes like chicken, you know, if you just slide it on my plate and don't say anything, there's a possibility I'll just eat it. Let's Gage ate it, right? She was
Yeah.
like, Gage ate it. He thought it was good afterward. It was spicy because you know Chris and his spicy food, but he
Yeah.
still ate it. So I was like, babies are super, super picky. So if Gage ate it, it has to taste like chicken, right?
It tasted like chicken nuggets when I ate it because it was like deep fried. There's some good sauce. I think you'll like it. You gotta tell me it's good.
I'm gonna try it. All right, so I want to talk about Amy because at the very last minute, she was packing the bag. She didn't have anything ready for her C-section the next day, and she revealed to us that she thought she might possibly be a bad mom. And the first thing that came to my mind was that's not possible because all she ever talks about is Gage and her family. And I was like, first of all, you can't be a bad mom because the idea that you're thinking about it makes you a good mom because bad moms don't think about that. Because whenever I hear people talk about their childhood and how it was rough, or they had a parent that wasn't there for them, that parent never admits to it. And they never ever think about how they did at parenting. So the idea that it's in Amy's head shows
Mm-hmm.
that she's a good mom because good mothers are constantly worried about the decisions that they make and worried about their children. And I get why she feels that way because she's going to have two small children. And I know raising one child is a job for 10 people. So I definitely can understand why she feels that way. And in this episode, Glenn was born 5 pounds, 11 ounces, and he was healthy and beautiful. And even Tammy said that he looks just like her and Amy and nothing like Michael, because, you know, Gage looked like Michael and she was mad about it. But she still loves Gage. She said Gage is still cute, even though he looks like Michael. But one thing did go wrong afterward. The baby was healthy. Amy is healthy. I don't want to scare anyone. But Michael tested positive for COVID and they threw him out of the hospital. Amy is there all alone and she has to care for the baby all alone. And even when she goes home, Michael isn't allowed to help with the baby because the baby cannot be exposed to COVID at such a young age. The immune system is not strong enough. So now Amy is even more worried because she's completely doing this alone. And she's got Gage and she's got Glenn and herself. And she's still going to need help too because she has a humongous incision in her stomach. So she needs help. And she's just worried about how this is going to take a toll on her because she literally just gave birth and now she's alone. She's married and has a husband, but he can't be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like that would be so heartbreaking for any new mother, especially a mother that already has another baby at home and having a C-section on top of that. I mean, she must be going with her. I think she said she was going to one of her sister's houses for them to
Yeah.
help her. So that's good. At least she'll have that support. But nothing is like the support of having the father of your child there. And like poor Michael, like, he wants to be there. He's such a good dad. So I know it's probably so heartbreaking for him too. Like, I feel so bad for them. But
I
it's gonna get there. He's gonna get over it fast. We're just gonna say that.
Yes, couple weeks. I know that this is a huge bonding time, so he's gonna feel like super hurt. When Glenn was born, Amy was already doing skin to skin. Like, and I know Michael wants to do that too. He wants to bond with this baby just like he did with Gage, and it's gonna be hard for him. Even a week away from your newborn baby is super, super hard because you want to spend every moment when they come out of the womb bonding. So, very quick recovery, Michael. I want to get you back at home with your wife and your babies, and I know it's going to be a hard time for Amy, but I know Amy is strong. We have seen her go from health, 406 pounds to giving birth to two healthy babies. So, Amy, we know that you can do this. There's no way that these goals that you've achieved, people thought you could do. So, we know you can get through this. All right, guys, that's all the time we have. I'm George Mossey. This is the George Mossey Show TLC Weekly Roundup. We did not get MILF Manor this week, but we will get it back next week, and I can't wait. Make sure you're following me on all social media platforms at George Mossey, georgemossey.com, and anywhere you get your podcast. And make sure you're following my co-host too, Cherona, right here at these links at the bottom. And we will talk to all of you guys really soon.